Yep, live. Now it says end broadcast. I'm just like trying to say, hold on. It says remove cancel. No. Hold on. We don't have this here. Save. Um, hold on. We don't have. Ah. Okay, so now I think they're on. I don't know. I don't know if I'm connected anywhere. The reason I came live is because I am alive, and because what's the difference? I just have to think that there's actually nobody here other than if I see a comment, I'm going to have to perceive something, that I've sent something out for someone to send something in, almost like communication with myself, and I have to respect myself. Because if I said something, I want to keep myself on the right path. So therefore, whoever is that comments, that comment has no sexuality. In actuality, it does. Isn't that funny? Words have sexes. Bilateral words. I don't even know what it means, but I do know if somebody can explain it, it'll break something down for me and it'll give me a deeper vision into something. I don't know really anything much of all other than what I've read or seen, but I didn't build anything, and I didn't construct the building, and I didn't create the alphabet, and I didn't do very much. I decorated my apartment and it looks upside down. In fact, it is upside down, and everybody would say, you know what? It's an excuse. You're saying it, but you're saying it to make up for what you haven't done, but not all the time. Of course you haven't done it. I haven't done it. I have my own personal reasons. I can share it with you. Some of you will think, it's just an excuse. It's just his biased explanation. Sure, I was doing something else. So why don't you clean up after you're done? Maybe I should put this in pause. I can't even put a live video on pause. What do I want to put away? In fact, I need to do a big laundry. I'm living in this place 17 years. I moved in somewhere around and I did around 2005. My first year ending was 2006. You see, I started in 2005 and I ended in 2006. And isn't it ironic that it is the 6th month that they chose to go into the next 6 months of the year, 66, splitting apart your year into the rental of the house and the renewal 90 days before. In fact, is it 90 days before or is it 91 days before? Well, let's take it. June, May, April. 2 months are 30 days. 1 month is 31 days. You see what fits in between? Sometimes we have 2 months twice a year of 31 and 31 days, which is July and August and December and January falling into the next year. So what is it telling us? There's an equation in this. I really don't know what it is yet, what the equation is going to come from, but it doesn't matter. We know there's an equation. It's going to be easy to figure out what kind of equation we want to do with it, that there's 6 months and 6 months. So what do? Do we attach the 66 and then go 5 months this way and 5 months this way? If we attach 6 and 6, 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. We have 1, 3, 1. And it's so ironic that man at the age of 13, woman 6 and 6, 12, in the center, needing not either side, but what is and becomes of either side, the woman, 66. The golden woman. Why the golden woman? Because the word gold is number 38. The word woman is 66. But inside the word of woman is man, and that's 28, and that runs the cycle of the moon. And the word man itself, M13, O15, and N14, what is ironic is they separate the alphabet. Boom. I'm not sure if you want to call them two bulls, but they each get number 1 in gematria. I like to use multiple numeric evaluations for every letter in the alphabet that every number should have a fair chance. We have to know all the possibilities. And then we find through the words, okay, and the math, how the words come together either through a whole word or a part word. And in this equation, I jump into the game of Scrabble, because you can get a double letter, you can get a triple word, etc. And how many players. And notice, nobody sits at the corner of any board. Everybody sits like that. So if they're sitting like that, then the way through here, okay, is not 8 to 6, because you can't go through the corners. But maybe it's a bridge and you can go over and down. Something is going on, and I have a fly in the house distracting me. 7 to 6, 13, 3 to 4, 7. How the Mayans move. 9 to 4, 13, 6 to 1, 7. 7 and 13, the Mayan calendar. 7 by 13 is equal to 70 and 21. The cube, and I have to put together what the 10 is, what is 7, 70, 60, and 10, holding of the single spirit. And that spirit comes from Mercury. And Mercury, and remember how I do this. I put it together through games. Mercury, and was it Flash? Is it Flash who's Mercury? There's Mercury in either the Marvel or in the DC or Marvel. They're against each other. DC and Marvel is fighting each other right now. Are they in one company? I'd have to look this up, because that's another big equation. Remember, all creation has to form on all levels, right through the arc and the soul. The soul is the area space where all the passes go. That is the soul, because within the soul and the area passes that infiltrate inside of you is the area space that surrounds your bubble. You're in my bubble, like everyone says, and you feel it when somebody's in the bubble. And remember, we're all an expert in certain fields. What field we're the expert in, I don't know. Sometimes some of us, and even myself most of the time, feel a little stupid or awkward. I can be sitting with someone and say absolutely nothing because I have nothing to say. What am I going to say unless I'm trying to figure out who, what, when, where, and why? And then there's questions, and that starts with a Q. And do you want to know what Merkaba? I'm just going to jump into where Q comes from as the 17th letter. But wait, it's not only the 17th letter. In Chaldean, it is also, where is it? Oh my God, I took it off my wall. Oh, here it is. Q is number 1 in Chaldean, but it is the 17th letter. Area position, N is 14, N, O is 15, P is 16. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Q is number 4 in gematria. 1, 3, 1 is how 4 comes together, because there's, imagine you have 3, okay, and there's many situations. 3 is the first time you can actually create your first part circle. I'd like to look at it that way, 120-degree part circle. So many things, I don't know which direction to go. I'm talking about 3 things at once. This is what I don't like about what I do. I lose my own self. I need somebody taking notes and telling me where I was and repeat it to me so I can go back and get onto the same, because it just keeps branching out on so many levels. You know, it's like liftoff. T minus counting down, 10, 9, 10 meaning 0 starting at 1, 10, 9. So you're going from 1, and you're going from 1 over to 7, okay, and then adding what is the 8th. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're adding 1 in order to equal to 9. Let me explain this equation and why. Let me explain it and why. That in between 1 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. When you go, I'm just trying to remember exactly which way it goes. The first thing is, I've just got to remember this. Yes, in between 1 and 9 over here, this is where the equation states from, between here. There is an actual difference of only 1. In between each one of these next numbers is always going to be a halfway point of 55, going this way or going this way, with a single number will be 0.5 and 0.5. You can also write it like this. You can also write it like this. You can also write it like this, and like this. And then you can write it actually like this. Mars, Pluto, creation of the higher life, 3 and 6. 27 equals 18 plus 9, which is IR, equals what is B and G, and it's all I equals I. This I is the reason everything can be created, because of this. The point of departure and the point of arrival is the straight line that's in between. And they talk. And the talk is noted as, is this the way you write it? It's the cube code. The cube, or how about the cub? There's different, we're not just humans, but we come along with a communication dimension. And my question is the communication dimension, was it broken? And I'm just going to jump off the who, what, when, where, and why and explain. Like, I keep going in and out of the understanding. I'm going to explain this 1 through 9 again. Just give me a second to think. Wow, I can't believe I forgot what I was thinking. Yes. Some expressions. Life after life. I'm going to write a few of them down, okay? Life after life. Let's look at the paper. It's more fun. Okay? Life after life. Time after time. Okay? We're the 876, so this would be 1, 2, 3, and this would be the 3, 6, 5, 4, and this one over here would be 3, 5. Did I get that right? 6. Oops, sorry, no, I got that wrong. Here it's 6, 5, and here it's 4. Let me scratch this off here. Let me fix these two, and I'll explain it. Here it's 4. Here it's 4. Here it's 5. Here it's 5. This equals 6. This equals to 21. This equals to 12. And this equals to 15. OLUF. Maybe we can call this like football. And this is 06. This is BA. And look at that. We got a B out of it. And this is AB. So this one over here would have to do with Libra. And this is where the bear comes in. So we might have to look for maybe the constellation that's the bear. And these two letters is what is going to represent in between the male and the female, the AC and the DC, with the male, okay, equaling to 7, and what is 12 already inflicted at the gateway, which this can be 616. It can be 535. It can be 414, and this is the state we are in. We are in all these states. This is our DNA movement through the Sun, Fox Pass. Let's not forget HUT 1 and HUT 2. And then it's HUT HUT. Now I'm not really sure if they're saying HUT HUT or they're going hot hot, but irregardless, the TH comes out to 20 and 08. We have to, I'm going to get into telling you what this is right now. Life after life can be looked at. We look at the first initial, okay? And in that first initial through this, we end up with 313. I know this is going to be AC/DC. I know this runs through AI and the moon because the mathematics over here, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. So now we have it twice. Also, we have to work it into the center, the totality. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. We have to count it, look at it this way. We have to use it differently when it's a 1. And the 1, this is the way the 1 works. 1, 10 Pythagorean, 1, which is 1 plus 0 is 1. 19, 1 plus 9. And the difference is here it's black, here it's red, here it's black, here it's red, here it's black, here it's red. 1 is the only one that does it, like a feeder. Just give me a second. I want to see if there's anybody on. Give me a minute. Let me take a look. I got a message here. Okay, I had to write it. One of my friends, they want to put up a rent like $500 tomorrow. Okay, Russell Edward Grant. Robert Edward Grant, Russell Edward Grant. I got a fly here, and the only reason, okay, you know what it means to kill a fly? It means to turn it around, because the kill of a boat. K-E-E-L, kill. So you start with the K, and then you have the eel on the other side, the electric. What is that about? Anyways, don't want to get into that. I'm doing the life after life. And what I do for those who don't know is a letter is a letter, a word is a word. It's in the alphabet. It has a meaning, but I don't really care. I don't care. In some situations, it doesn't matter. One of my primary things is to look at the letters, see the reverse letters, see how many letters, to know what category they're in. 4, 3, 1 letter, 2 letters, 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters, 6 letters, 7 letters, 8 letters. And once you pass a certain number of letters, somehow you're going to get to what they call, I think it's called prefixes or add-ons for adjectives. And they're going to have, I think what they call it, syllables in words. So everything's going to be broken down to even a smaller word. So I'm always going to use the big word, use the small word. I like to use the letter S as an explanation of its AI, because it's bringing the A into the I world. And number 9 is the ninth letter in the alphabet, also noted as the reverse alphabet of 18, which the 18, 1 and 8 is the letter A, and H is the 8. They are both in the sounding same family. Now 18, the 18th letter, is R, also sounding in the family in the English language verbial. You have the word Ra. 1881, you have the Ra, and you have what is the gateway of Ra, R-A-H, or Hara, or Ara, because we can now remove the H, explaining where it is. And that's what I believe one of the situations goes on to, why is there always 8, something about 8 always missing from some calculation. The Earth is 7,920 miles, 20, it ends in 20, ending in 80, ending in 20, because this is the house of 420, 80. It's the house we're in, 420. Maybe it's the crust that takes it up, I don't know. How thick is the bread is how thick is the sandwich. If the sandwich is 4 inches thick and the bread is 2 inches each, you got nothing in between. The Mayan calendar end result end time is 25,920, ending in a 20. The moon ends in 60. 60 and 60 is 120, 2 moons. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. It is 2 moons in creation, 1 moon over the front of the 2 moons. Luna over Phobos and Deimos. Mars and Earth. And what is life after life? In the French, and the word terre can actually be talking about what is Ra. The 1 cube, it's, I mean, you have to, there's so much to explain. If I go to every single detail, and don't forget, I'm not finite. My word is not finite. This is only what I have found. This is only a piece of what I have put together. So nothing I do is finite, other than whether or not the reality sets in with the artwork and the math. And noted that I did not create this dice cube. I use what has been created, words that have been stated before. Man on first, batters up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I know that the next one has got to be an action pitch, because when it comes to God's creation, you see, although you can keep swinging the bat and swinging the bat and swinging the bat, but until you created what is needed for the gear to work, you stop. So therefore, in baseball, there's a total of what can be 7 pitches. The action pitch is on pitch number 5. What pitch? At what pitch? What will the action pitch be? The action pitch is pitch number 6. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 5. And here comes the pitch, and it's fouled. But it doesn't matter, because the batter is out. That is the 3 strikes. We don't need anybody at the plate. We created the game with nobody, and what would happen if somebody was at the plate. So now we're going to have to look at things to go with plate. So after the word is also part of a French English thing, saying terre equaling to earth, and F, the French have trouble saying the H, the 8th letter. You know what I'm saying? The 8th letter. And they have trouble. So instead of saying F, terre, right, they're actually saying half earth, half earth, half of earth. Life, half of earth. In the word life, okay, everything is revolving around the I. And the reason I'm saying this is because your cube, high dice of your cube, is 6 and 3 9 and 5 and 4 9. You cannot do anything else with these 2 numbers They're the highest numbers on the dice from basic creation through Fibonacci. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. Let me write this down. See, we arrive to the other side of the cube, right? We start off like with a single cube. And remember, we also have to go to okay, so here's how it goes. We got 1 and 1. Let me get a new page. I'll get back to that after. We have 1 and 1. Here's our Fibonacci. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 times 1 equals to 1. And the reason we do this is because this is a multiplication, and I have to do another, and this is an addition. So if I'm going to do that, I now have to go multiplication and addition, and now I have H8. I have 17Q, and I have 26Z. So if we're playing anywhere, we're playing in this star over here. And we play in the star by connecting the stars together. Star number 1. Star number 2. Star number 3. Star number 4. This star is grave. This star is aigu. I need to have, I don't know which way am I going to do it. I need to have, let's say we're going to work 2 moons with the altar moon coming over it as a rib, creating the windows. The window. And the number for window is 88, and A, B, C, D equals to what is J as to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to what is, this is equals to what is 10. So J is the 10th letter. It's a black J. The numeric value for black is 29, and Jack is 25. The numeric value is 54. The numeric value for the sun is 54, which is 9 by 6, which is 3 by 3, and 3 plus 3. And you'll see after how it all comes together, and you have 9 and 6. I'm not going to go any further. I use the plus sign different from the multiple sign. As you can see with the multiple sign, I break in between, turn everything into half boxes. But in the plus sign, I've got 4 separate homes. Windows 10, window 10, the S is for the AI, explaining that you're playing from this world into the next world, into the birth. You're bringing this through the heavens, 8, into the next world, in which, where was that number? Did I show it here, or did I finish it on the page over here? Yeah, it was here. What happens when you're counting down from 10 over to 9? Okay, 1 plus, even though there's 1 space, that in total space is equal to more than what we'll ever think. How many positions in between a number? So in between here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 numbers and 2 numbers. Right? If I say there's 7 numbers and 2 numbers in this situation, but what if I said, right, and you misunderstood me, and I said 27, or did I say, or no, I'm going to tell you, what number is this? This is 2, 7. But what if I said 2 sevens? This one happens to be matter. And again, Ter is earth. This is a representation for me. The letter M means 3 worlds. It's 1,000, 10 by 10 by 10, 1,000. Roman numerals talk. 20th letter, gateway in gematria. The letter T and the letter G are reverse, and the G is a gateway, the seventh number. So we have these numbers. Why did I do 1? Because it's a connecting number. How can I explain this? How can I explain when I'm counting up to number 9? I should have been counting to number 10, but I'm counting down 1 to 9. That's why I'm not counting to 10. Okay, 1 takes a position. But the thing is about, I'm all over the place. You see, it's, let me see if I can do this. Although they're all valued, 1 plus 0 equals 1, 1 plus 9 equals to 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1, this is red, and this is black. 1 is the only one that does this. No other number, okay, counting in its own domain, does this. See, the next one here would be 28, or does it mean 88? 2 8s. And this would be Pegasus. And this would be purple. B244 is counting area space for teen space. So there's a whole program that goes on, and the equations have to work everywhere. And everything is from Morse code because it's all about I. Because through Morse code, it's a dot and a dash. And with every dot and every dash you make, you connect. The point of departure and the 360 degrees around I. So the 9th letter is all creation. It is IR. Now, I spoke before about I'm like off the subject already, about L and I and C and I think A. Maybe it'll say Alice. Wow. I don't know how to explain it yet. It's 1, 12, 1. How can I explain? Yes, because 6 and 6, you count 1 over to 6 and then 6 over to 1. And what 6 does is it connects the 7th gate through 66. 6 and 6, the 7th gate connecting. The reason for that is because this is 5 and this is 7 and this is 5. 5 is numeric value 42. 7 is numeric value 65. So funny, 6 plus 5 equals to 11. 7 come 11. Look at that. I got it right away. 7 come 11. Why? Because you tell me if we can fit another 3 white ones down here, or 1 in between every single one here. If we can, it's a 9 face. You have 2 faces, so therefore you have 9 plus 9 equals to 18. But I only see 7 dots, so I got 18 spaces less 7 dots equals to 11. 7 come 11 equals 77. Here comes the matter of Ra. Where is Ra? Ra's right there. It's a pig. When you get 2 Ra's, you get the pigs. Let's not eat the bacon. Let me go back to this over here, Fibonacci, how we spin the dice to the other side, Fibonacci star style. It's star because it's 8. It's what everybody believes to be what the, can I use the octagon? The octagon, and what happens in the octagon is you come into the house and then you turn it into a hexagon. And then you come back over into the next house and you find a nice little candy wrapper that we can have some life in the divided house. And we have 2 rings, a ring above and a ring below. The cubes. And here's the way we connect. Right here in the center. And this is where they put that pig on the spit and turn him around. Why do they call it the pig? 16, 9, and 7. So instead of being PH I, it's PHG. But the thing is, the gateway for G is I. 7 and 9, if you went to the bank machine right now and you opened up your telephone right now on your telephone, okay, you're going to have PQRS and you're going to have WXYZ.
But if you go to the ATM, you're going to have PRS and you're going to have WXY. The number 1 on the telephone has absolutely nothing. Maybe a cassette or 2 eyeglasses. But on the ATM, you're now going to have the Q17th letter and you're going to have the Z26 letter. The total is 17 plus 26 equals to 43. But 13 and 03 equals to what is 16. That's what you're going to have left over. I got that wrong somehow. Did I get that wrong? I had to get that wrong. Yeah, I got that right. Okay, so you got the half-life. 3 and 13, you have 3 and 47. DC. You have number 43 is what you have. But when it comes out this way, okay, it's hot and cold. It's red and it's blue. This also is 17. 1 plus 7. 1 plus 7 equals to 8. 2 plus 6 equals to 8. We now have 88 back to back. 44 and 44. You put your numbers together. We also have 2 8s. And this is the cycle of man on the moon. Where'd I get that from? I'm going to show you. Because the reverse of 5 and 3 equaling to 8 is going to be 4 and 2 equaling to 6. The reverse of 6 and 2, 8 is going to be 1 and 5 equaling to 6, and that's going to be where Mars comes in. This is the Mars house. This is electric company. This is our gateway electric company. Electronically, just breathe the air, makes your heart beat. So we're going to turn this over. We're going to see 1 and 5. And the next one is going to be where the sun comes in. We're going to have, let's say, 3 and 3 equals to 6, and we're going to have 4 and 4 equals to 8. And we're going to turn it over, and I'm not cheating, and you got 4 and 4 equaling to 8. But there's more stories going on, right? Was the 3 this way, or is the 3 this way? There's a reason for it. See that 2, right? See the 2 on this one over here? See where it is? It's on this side. See this 2? It's on the inside. If I put this like that, right? They're both going the same way. The 2 will both be on the inside. All I do is I go out and I either find information. Is it relevant? Is the oh, Mr. Messer, sorry, I didn't lift my head. I didn't read anything. I was following I'm in a pattern, okay. Oxygen God. Yes, absolutely. O and X is 66. It connects 5 and 7, the numeric value for the moon. 5 is the E-world female. 7 is the male gateway. Reason. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. 12 is what connects it. 12 is the female, and it is 156 moons that go by before a child's female is born, before she becomes a woman. Now, I said she and he, which is also good because those also work. He is the matrix, and she is the spirit in the matrix. I don't know why it works out. And don't forget, everything I say might be completely backwards, but at least it'll tell the same story just the other way. I have to put a shirt on right now. Your bow tie with a little... Well, the last 3 letters is sin, right? And SI is actually Mars, and IN is number 23. And how is that created? Right. Oh, my God. The word in is created by number 2 and 7, 77. That's matter. Your way in is through the matter. The reason I'm saying this, okay, is because N is the 14th letter. 2 times 7, 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. That's I and N. When the S comes in, a lot of times The S says a lot of things for me because it's both first and last. The I, the 1 dot, survives with inside. What is where the 1 is? Inside the 3, inside the 5. The 1 is not inside the 7 because it crosses through 6, back down into 5, and over to 3 through 4. Why am I saying this? How can I explain it? There is no 7 on the dice. The 7 is somehow, I don't know what the 7th gate does, but connecting, when you connect, I just drew this somewhere. I don't want to draw it again. Yeah, here. So when you're connecting over here, with number 6, you connect 6 here. So now you can get 5 into 7, and you can get 5 into 7 over here. So we're connected right here in the 4 windows. And if you take a look, it's 8, 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. But the window this way, okay, is 880. 880. Now, the next thing is we need to find where is, give me something sharper. I want to find where is number 8. Well, number 8, okay, I don't even want to do 8. I want to do 9. And number 9 is right over here. I don't want to do 8. I want to do 9. Number 9 is right over here. 7 is here, 9. You see, first you go up and then you go down. But we're also going to continue up this way. And because we have a row here, I have to continue up this way. And if I did that, and I have to get back to Mr. Messer, if I did that, I would actually be looking at, well, look like a monkeypox to me, right? 1 second, I'm going to take that off. I'm here. It would look like that. See this over here? Here's the 7th gate where 66 comes together. Okay, I have to get back to Mr. Messer, but I want to just finish this for a second. I got a cat that's sitting in front of me. So here is where number 8 is, number 9 is. So that's your birth. So you have your birth in number 9 over here. And you're in between 5 and 5. So I take the dice and I take a look and I'm trying to find where's the number 9. So here I find a number 9. And if I 5 and 4, so I have a 5 and 4, 9. And if I flip that over, I'm going to have a 2 and 3, 5. And I flip them over and I have a 2 and 3, 5. So we can have a 6 and 3, 9. So we have a 6 and 3, 9. We flip it over. We have a 1 and 4, 5. So we flip that over and we have a 1 and 4, 5. But what's also going along with this is while we have the 6 and 3 dot, we also have a 3 and 6 V, void. While I have the 5 and 4 dot, I have the 4 and 5 void. So they're mirroring themselves, these. I have not checked them all if every other one does, because when you have 2 and 3 dots, you have 7 and 6 void, and that's where your 13 comes in. This is where our life comes in, and it comes in through what is Earth and what is Venus, which tells me the mirror, okay, is Mars. And if you want to know where we live, this is where we live. And we don't live on the planet that is blue, Earth. We live on the Mars planet. Somehow, either it's that, and there's dimensions to it. One of them is time. So it's either our time is running on it or we're actually on it. Living like inside, you know, like living inside, like on a pole, like living around a flagpole or something. And, you know, like the guide stones were like that. And we're living here, like in that candy wrapper over here, and more of Earth. Okay, more of Earth. I'm just trying to see which way. More of Earth is extended out and around here, and we're not even seeing a pinnacle of the size of this planet yet, or the size of this avatar floating in the sky somewhere. I didn't finish with Alice. I'm going to explain that, where 6 and 6 came to, no, I have to finish this. So this part over here makes you number 9. Okay, it's 9 in between 5, connected to 6 and 6. So that's what's going on. You're connected to 66. So you saw how the dice cube. So why am 2 and 3? 3 and 2. Hold on. There are 6 voided spaces, and there are 7 voided spaces. I'm working on the face of the calculator. Take away 2, I got 7 left. Take away 3, I got 6 left. And this is one of the truer also of all, because you can put them on top of each other, have a true 5. The other one is 4 and 1 that can do it, and that makes a true 5. But if I did this, okay, I'm doubling up. Okay, if I can't really do anything else, okay, without doubling up. These are the only true connectors. The reason for that is the reverse side of 6 is 1, and it connects the 4 corners, and all measurements go to the 4 corners measured to the center outward. So those are their relationships. Those are their realities. It's not me. It's just what it is. I also spoke about, and I need to go back before I move on to anything else, and I have to finish Alice. I wanted to go back to the last one, because the last one is a connector. In the heavens birth. In the heavens birth. But this birth is inside of 1. And the 9 is the face of all. I'm just trying to figure out how I can explain how they're living in the center. Anyways, let's not do that. I'm going to read the questions up here, talk, and just forget about this for a while, because for me, it just like never ends. Okay. Okay, I'm jumping over things and coming back. Yes, 12 plus 1, absolutely. And what it is that when it's 12 plus 1, if you're going 6 left and 6 right, this Monopoly board, okay, this Monopoly board, okay, must use up 169 squares off my quadrille paper, which means there's going to be 1 in the center here. If there's 1 in the center here, it must divide everything else. So that means you're going to have 1 here and 6 down here, 1 here and 6 down here, 1 here and 6 down here, and 1 here and 6 down here. Everything meets at 6, 1. The letter I. Everything meets at 1. This planet is letter I, dot and a dash, and you connect everything together. All you need is whatever instrument you use, and you got everything. Everything is IR. It's only 2 letters in that family in the regular alphabet. 2 letters times 27 alphabet reverse is 54. Same numeric value as the sun. 9 times 6, 54. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. We arrive at the perfect mathematical equation to know that it's not in between something and it becomes something else. It is what it is. It's a direct hit. And a direct hit in the game of roulette pays 35, and you get to keep your 1. That's the 36. That's why it's always, there's either right on or 1 missing. Again, and I just want to reiterate on something, Highway 66 was replaced by Interstate 80, I-80. 8 times 8, 8 plus 8 equals 64, and equals 16 plus 64. 16 plus 64 is 80. 420s. Your highway connects at 420s, which is 80. The other thing of what is reverse 88 is 66. Now that you're going to connect to the moon. INT, the sun gateway. I'm just trying, the intermediate gateway, the half-life, the bi-world, the split world. They have split the moon, running 2 sexes through 1 moon. I'm just thinking, I lost the thought. Okay, let me, oh yes, okay. So what happens is there's 24 areas around the Monopoly board, and then 24 hours in the day, the 25th hour brings you into the next day. And all those positions, you got it right. They're the trains. The trains own 2 of those 6 plus the 1 in the center. There is 4 empty spaces before you reach to the 2. I'm going to just show you. Okay. What it is a corner is 4 squares. Every other one is 2. So before you get to the train, you start with 4, 6, 8 is the minimum. When you begin Monopoly, 8 is the minimum that you will roll, but you cannot. I don't want you to. We're not starting with doubles because that would be 1 and 1, the beginning of the star system. The star system has already been put out. We're not going to use doubles here. We're going to go to 1 and 2. So you would end up here. So you would end up with 6 and 4. ABC equals to 6. And then D4 equals to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you end up right here with 3. And that is your creation. UL. L comes into play because in creation with 1 plus 2 equaling to 3 plus your 9 birth equals to what is 12L reverse 15O, which is Mars. Oh, Canada, we start with Mars. Oh, say, can you see? We start with Mars. So now we have a Mars bar. Right away, Mars is a split planet because they showed us later on in time. They didn't want to start it. They didn't start it. Later on in time, they gave you the split chocolate bar. But with Kit Kat, they split them up right away. And they have Kit Kat, which is KIT, and they have Cat, which is KAT, which is also, the K letter is actually the 11th letter. Okay, 1 and 1 is 2. The IT system, which is 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, and the AT system, I'm not really sure where to get the 21 from. Either I don't remember, I can create it by 7 times 3 or 7, 7, 7, 3 sevens. Number 37 is where you're at, according to the roulette wheel. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I have to read more of the stuff. Yes, O and X, O and X, O and X. The 15th and the 24th letter. So in Mars and the cat. It also is 5 and 9. Again, number 9. 5 lives in 9. The birth, the female, lives inside the 9. This is your gateway. It'll create what is 6 and 8 as we did prior to this. And the other one will create 6 and 5. This will be 14. And this will be 11 basic, equaling to 25 Jack, equaling to Earth, equaling to what is 10 plus 7 equals to 17. And I'm putting out too much information and it's hard to follow other than it's math. We're going to go back to the OX and oxygen, okay? And it's just that it's 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6. So right away, the oxygen is a passage. Now we do a multiplication, it ends up to 5 and 8. So it's the E-world heavens. It's the divided heavens of 8. 8 is already there. You don't exist without 8. And you know what they call that? They call that a natural. Okay, and I know a natural has to do with 88. And I don't have it with me right now, okay, because of baseball, the stitches is stitched up to 88. And they use that in the game, the natural, and also in the game of Baccarat. Okay, an 8 and a 9 is a natural. The reason I'm saying it this way, how do we get to number 8? There's another reason I said this. I'm just trying to figure out what that reason was. The reverse of 88 is 66. Just let me think. It's a natural in the game. It's a natural in the game. Just let me think. I'm thinking. Equals to 17 and 72. 17 and 72 equals to 1224 equals to 89 equals to 1331. I like to say Allah. This is where 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 9 equals to 8. 8 by 9 is 72 and 17. That's where it stems from. It stems from Ra or Hara. But I want to get back why this natural in Baccarat. It is the house versus the bank. And the bank takes 5% if you wager, okay, on the bank. So there's a whole story, 68, Ankh, connected to Ankh, 2, 3, 17, 27, 28. If you bet on the moon, you're betting on man. 96, 87. The gateway is in the sun. So I want to get back to Kit Kat, and I like to write at like this. And I like to count this as dividing the house, and they divide the house by 5 times 4 equals to 20, and the letter is T, and then 5 plus 4 equals to 0, 9, and the letter is I. So you have the IT system inside the creation, what is 1 and 1. And notice we're only seeing the right side. You notice as a child, I know this is the number 5. So I know the number 5, the world's going to have to start looking like it this way. But we can also have a backside to it. And not all letters can be created just with these 2 area spaces. Like, is this? Okay, I was interrupted. Yeah, so let's get back to Monopoly. So what it is that here's the center of the Monopoly, and all these squares before you get to the corner that's over here. So there's going to be, oh boy, I got to go to the door. I'm going to have them quiet for a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, I got to end the video. I will be back in about 20 minutes, but I don't want to lose this. So what can I do? Can I just shut it off? I'm taking a 20-minute break. Hold on a second. I'm taking a 20-minute break. So what time is it now? 20 after, 20 minutes from now, 6 o'clock. I'm coming back at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Is that good? I'm going to get back onto the same stuff. Wait a second. Yeah, so I'm just shutting the window down like that. And Okay, so where's my camera now? How come I'm dark? Okay, I'm back. I got to put on a shirt because I don't like to work without a shirt. In fact, I can have a shirt and a hat at the same time. So I'm back before. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this shirt on here. Okay, we're back. Wow, I said 6 o'clock and it's not 6. So I'm going to, how do I ring a bell? I can't ring a bell. Okay. So Andreas Rodriguez, hello. Sorry about that. I know you're not here now. Maybe I should start up another stream. Let's see if I can start up a second stream. Create a broadcast, new broadcast. Okay, so I started another stream now. Okay, I'm talking on 2 different channels right now. So I'm on 2 channels. Wow. Just let me see something. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Am I on both channels? So I'm on both channels. The last thing I left here, I was talking about Kit Kat. And I was talking about chocolate bars. And I was talking about that I have to read out what Mr. Messer said. Oxy. Let me get to Oxy. Let me see here. 12 plus 1. This is 12. Okay, I'm going to answer this. It's an hour, 21 minutes. And 14 seconds. Okay, so what it is in 12 plus 1, okay, is I rather do it 6, 1, 6, 6, 6. And then this, okay, is going to be 6, 6, 6, 6. But the total evaluation of this, okay, is 13 and 13. But the evaluation of this, okay, is not actual see, this is going to be 13 and 13, but this is not going to be 13, 13. When you get over here, you're going to get what is 4. How can I explain that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me take this away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 to 6, and then this is the center one. So it'll be this one center, okay? Everything comes in and then we have to do this. Did I do this right? No, it's got to be here. Let me take this away. This is the raw center. This is the raw center. So when you're cheerleading and you go rah, rah, there you go. But you can go rah, rah, rah because your first raw is raw 1. Your second raw is raw 3. And your third raw is raw 5. SUN. In rotation of 33. Rah, rah, rah. So I'm on the other channel also, so I'm not sure if I'm watching myself or where I'm live to, because I'm marked live on 2 channels. So I was talking about, Rodriguez was talking about, Mr. Rodriguez was talking about 12 and 1. And what is 12 and 1? There's many things to do it. I'm doing this off of Monopoly. I can also do it, let me see, 12 and 1. First of all, your first creation in the beta world starts at 3. It's alpha, beta, 1 and 2. That's it. It's a dot and a line. It's a dot and a dash. You can't arrive at any point without putting a point first. So you start from the point in the center, you go all the way around. Or you go around what is the square. And then you have 4 points of departure. And when you connect them up, you got a major source point of departure. Choosing sides. All entries are this way. We don't walk through the center here. This is where the rope goes in. You can turn it. At the same time, these can also be tunnels. These can also be tunnels. Let me just explain something else. The reason I said, I got a little bit off, the reason I said this is 13s, but this is different, is because when you get here, there's a 4 area involved in a corner. It's a 4 area. These areas, the trains, end in a 2 area. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Is it the 1/3? Is it the mirror of the first 3 that created the 4th one, meaning it is 1/3 living amongst the other 2s? One of the reasons is when you put 2, 2, 2, that's fine, but otherwise you put a 2 over here and we put a comma over here, which looks like a 9. So we only work in formations of 3. Here we work in formations of 1 and 3. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. But the in-between is 2 and 2. There's 2 numbers that float in between, so we're jumping over 2 by jumping 3. Jumping onto the next pad. Where else? So yeah, so this is going to be 6, 6, 6, and then 6. So you're going to have RX. Let's not call Rex the red dog. And let's not call it RX. I can play with this and tell you some stories about it, but I'm not sure if I want to go there. Or you can go REICHE. X is the gateway. It is the inverted alphabet to what is C, to what is 100, to what is 10. C is 100, X is 10. I now go to the other tool that I was taught, and it was Roman numerals. So I know in Roman numerals that the X is 10 and that the C is 100. So I need X times X equal to C. So that's 10 times 10. So now I have to create another situation where I'm going to use this to bring this closer to something else. Let me just shut this down, whatever it is. Okay, so I don't want to lose my position. So let me just show you what this happens. Is because there's 6 areas to the trains. 2 are the trains and 4 is the roadway. 2, 4. So the equation would be 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. This equation would end up creating 14, creating 5, creating 1. Can we just take this to another page? It's hard for me to do it. I have so many equations I didn't even finish. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 6, 1, 6. 8, 1, 8. 14, 14. We have 2 rings. We have A, D, N, D, N, A, C, C. Dance. The deacon. This is, I'm not really sure how to spell this. Is it the deacon? So it's the dance of the zodiac and the sun. These 2 would refer into the passage inside the sun, D and E. They're a base. The reason they're a base is because D and E are in the lower cycle of position in the alphabet. I'm going to explain it to you is that where we go A to I is only a single letter, valued at 27. Okay, 77. It's talking about matter alone, divided matter between the 2 worlds. The reason 77 is because I said it's 2 sevens. The reverse alphabet of a single letter, okay, and itself is AZ equals to 27. 1 and 26 equals to 27. The word deacon runs with something with the zodiac or the stars, so I can only learn the base of everything. We have D and E, which is the 4th and the 5th letter. This is the IT system. The AT and the IT system in creation, KAT and KIT. Okay, and we have, we have a piece here and a piece here, and then we have the, you see those 5s? Whoop, you see those 5s? These are your Kit Kat pieces. These are the separations between them. And those 5s are actually showing rivers. I'm not sure how many pieces you have. I don't remember how many pieces you get. And at the same time, I'm not sure which way you can represent it. What's inside of 0? Oh, 1 is inside of 0. 2 is inside of 0. 3 is inside of 0. No, 4 is inside of 0. What's inside of 0? So anyways, we have this equation, and this house, and I always like to use the word house, is calculated to be 68. Planet is calculated to be 68. There are 2 words, and I'm going to just make it easy. Lap 10. 10 equals to 39, and lap equals to 29. The total is 68, 59, and 68. 9 and 9, 18. 1 plus 8 equals to 9. 3 and 2 is 5. These are the letters to what is EI, EI, and what is EI, EI. Oh, 5 through 9. That's all there is, 5 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the builder of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the builder of 10. You notice it creates the L, and it's just ironic. It does all go together, but I don't want to force it on anybody. It has to be just, for right now, it just has to be a piece in the puzzle. That what you can do is you can go 4, 1, 2, 3, and then what's left over is 7, 8, 9, 6. And then we're surrounding what is the E worlds. Or what we can also do is we can go 9, 6, 3, 2, and we can cover it up with what is 8, 7, 4, 1. See, there's 4 numbers here, 4 numbers here, 4 numbers. They're just the opposite numbers. And whoop, did I just miss not showing that to you? They're just the opposite numbers here. But this is building of the equations. But this is just singularity because I have to put more calculators together. Right? First, this is the first one. This is what divides everything apart. When I showed you the monopoly before, where's that monopoly? So much going on, so much going on. Okay, anyways, irregardless, because in Monopoly, just going to do it this way, okay? This is this, but this is the smaller version. This is the smaller version. This is the smaller version, okay? So this is where we get 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6. These are our doorways. We're not going to count these ways over here. This is what is 13 and what is 13. The equation equates to what is the house planet. Inside of planet is the word lap 10. Just one of the words. I'm not going to go any deeper to why we start with the L. If you start with the L, it has to be a 3 and a 9 equaling to 12. You cannot create it with a 1 and a 2 because the 1 and a 2 are the pieces you put together to create everything else. The dot and the dash. The first letter, the capital letter. Starting with a C for creation. And what is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 1. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So how you created what is, how you took blue with yellow is the beginning of your creation from what was either red on red or what was red on blue or white. Red, white, and blue. This reality comes from the horses, where the 1 is red and the 3 is blue, and then in the other horses, the 1 is red and the 3 is white. And it's funny that the 2 and 3 interchange with each other. So we're talking about Mother Venus with the spirit inside creating Earth, in which the mirror of all is what is the 4th planet. J, plug me in Mars, and this is where we live right now. So if you're watching things that says, hey, look, we found something on Mars. Yes, everything is on Mars, Earth. We are just in Area 51, more or less, running around the 60-second clock. Does it ever seem like in the day you're dazing off and you can't figure out and the day is long? Everything is being stretched out. You're so used to being where you are and doing, you will not notice. The greatest dream will always be a dream, because that's how it remains the greatest dream. Because you can change, you can twist, you can change situations. It's a dream. You can make it better forever. But once it happens, it's over. It's no longer a dream. It was an actuality, a reality for the moment, and now it's past. To the long lost past, but never forgotten, for stories into the future, should you be able to remember, should somebody bring it up, by sharing the honest truth the goodness that comes within creation in the flower of life, where your mind grows like a flower. It's just bizarre to explain it that way. I was showing you the Kit Kat, and the reason for these V's is it shows like a river or it shows a passage like a distance, but I usually like to show my distance like this. And the thing about the fourth one, right, in this 4 pieces of Kit Kat, this is what I would call the picket fence. I would like to rather call this the truth, okay? And this is French for grave and aigu. Playing at 7th gate of creation. 7 by 21, 147. 147. 7 months, you have 31 days. 4 months, you have 30 days. And then you have 1 month, let's say it's 28. But this is not how the days are counted. You can never get more than 5 days in a row in the actual world. Although you have 1 and 6, 7, you can never get more than 5. And since you can get 5, where does 5 come from? It comes from what is 1 in between 2 equaling to 3. So that's your stretch. This, when looking back from day 4, you can look out at the average between the first 3 days and to see whether day 1 and day 3 was the average of what day 2 was, or how much the average or distance or change between day 2 and day 3 was the difference between day 1 and day 2. How can I explain why? The brain has to know. To breathe, to have flowers of life, to have creation, it has to be understood what is perfect. 4 balls, AI, 3 strikes. The action pitch. The action pitch, okay, is the 6th pitch. Sorry, the action pitch is the 5th pitch. But how do you say what the result? The result is on 6. Can I explain it? 4 balls, 2 strikes. Before this happened, it was 3 and 2. Or it's 3 balls, 3 strikes. Okay? And this will create 6 and 9, and this will create 6 and 8. This is the house planet, created by number 4 and 2. Why E and I? Because 5 and 9 equal to 42 each. The cat equals to 42. And in between what the average is, 432, 432 our vibration, to what is 144 times 3 equaling to 4320, 432.0. And what is that? That is 1440 minutes in the day, in which if I multiply it, 18 times 18. 18 is the half number, and it is Ra. It is Chai for creation in the heavens of AI. The heavens and AI, where birth comes into the connection to life as a dot and a dash, connecting a bone or having a joint. Having a joint. But you go, I'm going 25 years to life in the joint, 420. 80, and I get there from the 2 heavens. But when you bring the 2 heavens together, you multiply them equaling to 64. So now I'm not sure where in the computer world that 64 fits, but this is going to be Zion, Israel, the house of 24 and 10, 34, the house of DC. 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343 CDC. 343. The seventh game, but in the seventh game, only one team will win 4. The other team will win either 3, 2, 1, or 0. So what does that tell you about the seventh game? Is that in our vibration of 4320, it's in the celebration of Venus, Earth, to what is Neptune, Uranus. And Neptune, the fork, if I'm just going to do it straight. So if you connect the Neptune fork, you're connecting 1 and 1. And then you're connecting 1 and 1 together, 11, the separation of the two. Now you have the fork. So I'm just going to just see what happens to this fork. Because that fork is just a piece of material that's going to connect maybe two worlds. And I call these the delta angles, separation of the bulls. So we have the line that goes down here. You see this one over here. So now you do this. Let me see. Now you do this. And then you put 1. When you have to put 1 over here, you can't do it over here. You have to create a block. And the reason for that is you're using a single cube in the center of this line. You see the way the line passes through the center? But you can't have a single line in the center, so you have to make it a square. So right away, if I want to talk, I can now talk about the trains in Monopoly. And the trains, where? The trains extended from a corner? I don't know. I'm just thinking. But it's not the trains next to this corner. It's the trains. I'm just trying to figure out how we can get... Is it this the major train? Anyways, or would all the trains be doing the same thing? I'm just trying to think. Anyways, let's stop. I don't want to get into that. These hats are what the elves wore. And then once the hat is on the head, it loses the point. And then it becomes more or less like that. Part of a hexagon. I need a glass of water. I'm going to try and see if I can continue on where I am. If there's anybody here I wouldn't know. I'm on 2 channels at once, so I'm not sure who's here. And I wanted to bring up, I was finishing off with Andre Rodriguez on my other channel. And that 12 and 1 in the Monopoly, the trains, the separation with one single odd number separation, you will separate. You will separate all the areas. Monopoly is based on 6, 6, 6, 6. If I'm standing in this area of 6, there's only 6, 6, 6. I'm the missing piece. I can look at it that way. There's 4 sides of 6 is 24. It's 18 and 6. R and F. And those are my initials. The total is 13. M, R, M, F, and those are my 3 initials. But anyways, it's just ironic. We spoke about 68, the house planet. That comes from 4 and 2. We talked about what 4 and 2 is 6. We talked about what 33 is 6. The 18 times 1440 is going to equal 25,920. And that is the long Mayan cycle. And in a 25,920 times my base 13 moons equals 33,696. That's how many moons have passed to a 13 moon gauge. Okay, 33 rotation in the sun, 36 because 2 highs come together, creation of the light. Nothing starts until 3, and 3, 6 are ironic that on the 3 you're missing 6, and on the 6 you're missing 3. On the 5 you're missing 4, and on the 4 you're missing 5. On the 3 you're missing 6, and on the 6 you're missing 3. So you have 6, 5, 4, 3.
But on the 1 and on the 2, on the 1 you're missing 8, and on the 2 you're missing 7. And that is your heaven's gate. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 7 and 8. And if we want to bring 7, if we want to create 17Q, Q and Z, 26 letter. The house of DC, 88. So let me not get into that. Let me think what I was doing. Yes, here is number 1. The reason I did this is because here is number 1. I just finished the 1's formation. That's all I did. Here's number 1. And then I'm going to finish the 7 formation. Let me do it on another page. And then I'm going to get back. I think I want to do this again. I'll finish this after. It's going to be easy. Let me do it again. Here is a triangle, but for me, it's number 1. Now, number 1 sometimes shows that it's not only number 1. I can't see. I might have to turn this light on. Number 1 also comes down and ends up here. So you have 1 and 1. Because because a lot of times when you see this, they're putting a plate underneath. So if they're putting a plate under 1 and 1, then why don't we just finish the design and just show you that? So now you have 1 and 1. This is within the pitchfork, okay, of Neptune. Now, where would we extend our next ones for the pitchforks? How wide apart would that 1 be in the pitchfork? We went by, let me see, I went 2, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4 according to Monopoly. And so this is both sides. So I figured that the pitchfork would be maybe 2 away from it, would be here. So I'm going to put my other one here and then do this because it matches up with the ends here. And then I would, I don't know if I should have put it up here. Is the side a little bit lower or not? Or is it the same length? And then I'm going to go up to here and then go like that. Don? Okay, I'm doing a video, so I'm going to put the video on pause, and I'm going to be back in 10 minutes.
Start again. How do I get this back? Ah, we got it back. Everybody left. Okay, but I got to continue this video. I did that twice now. So I'm going to continue on with Neptune's pitchforks, right? And we now have two sides with 3 lines. So now we're going to continue on. How am I going to continue on to the pitchforks? So now the pitchfork has to be this big. I like to call it 2 bulls facing each other. I'm not sure if it's that way or we can do it that way. And you can see the large M or W depending on which way you look at the house. You have 2 angles facing each other. This is a Neptune's pitchfork. Now, at the same time, and this is a little complicated for me to explain, number 7, I'm going to do 4 of them. Let me see. Here, here, here. Okay, number 7 is this way, right? So number 7 can also be this way. So what is number 1 is what happens as what is number 1. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, and what is number 7? See, in fact, number 7 seems to have ended right over here. This is number 7. I'm going to take away that little piece over here. So this would be 1, and this would be 7. And you already know the reason for that is, well, it's just that it's sideways, right? Number 7 starts here and goes that way. Can you do a 7, or is that a backward 7? Right? That would be a backward 7, right? The frontward 7 would actually be that 7 over here. Let me take away this. I'm trying to see which way I'm going to create this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the 7. And you see the frontward 1, right? You see the frontward. Let me get this out of the way. Let me try and see what equation's going on in here. You see the frontward 1 gives me the backward 7, right? The backward 7 going this way. And then the frontward 7, right, gives me the backward 1 inside this situation over here. But if I should go ahead and let's go 1, 2, and let's go 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be what is number 1. You notice it's sort of like tilted to one side. Can you see the tilt to one side? At the same time, if you take a look, okay, it looks like it's going a deep distance. It's going far. It's going far. I'm not going to do that to it yet. I'm just going to leave it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the number 7, right? Number 7 is like that. Can you do a number 7 like that? You sure can. Can you do a number 1 in one box? No, you can't. 7 and 1. 1 is bigger than 7. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the number 7. How are we going to draw this number 7? I'm going to go with 4, right? So 1, 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go 7. So I almost have, what if I would have went lower over here? Yeah, this way it would have fit in. The other way it doesn't fit in order to get the what do you call it? The star. What is that? What is the star called? Merkaba. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 by 5. And the 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 7 is 4 by 4. So this is number 1. 1 equals 5 and 5, and 7 equals 4 and 4. Now let's see if I can do this again a different way. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go straight up. Okay. And now I'm going to try to do more. Okay. I'm going to try to come out on each side. So should I do it from here? Right. I had 2 spaces here. Here I got 1 space. Here I got 1 and 1/2 space. So how can I draw the 7 through? Would you start with 2 areas over 1 area over 2 areas? And then you come down like this. And you see, by me going over here, 1.5 and 1.5 areas, okay, I can only do this at best before they cross over. And if you take a good look at this design, it's tilting to the right, almost like it's falling. Almost like it's falling. Maybe there's a ladder. So there would be some kind of building that would come out of there. So there's your 7 and 1, and that's your gateway. And the other place your gateway would end up is, let me see, where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Just give me a second. I'm looking. That's not it. I forget what I'm looking for. Just give me one. Oh, yes. I'm looking for Tesla's. Tesla's. And is it this one here? Okay, this one here. And it's this one here. Do you see the distortion? This is, well, just look. I put 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I put all the numbers. Okay, 1 is here. Sorry, I said it wrong. 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here, 4 is here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's right. So I left out in this design 1, 4, and 7. This is to the east. In this design, I left out 2, 8, and 5. This is down the center. So 2, 8, and 5 that goes down the center is actually tilted to the left, as to 3, 6, and 9 and 2, 5, and 8, which is supposed to be to the right-hand side, is to the right-hand side. So we're running the cycles of 4, 1, and 7, but we're living in what is 3, 6, and 9, 2, 8, and 5. That is Tesla's. This is all Tesla's stuff. There's a pyramid in here. There's a roadway in here. There's all kinds of. Anyways, these are multiplications. This one over here is, again, you can see the 7/1 design, and it designs right here. See the 5 and 6? The center is the 5 and 6, 7, 11. And this is, sorry, let me take off. Okay, over here, right, if you go to number 7, 7 times 7, okay, equals 63. So you come to the line 6 and to the line 3, and you put a dot over here. 6, 6, and 3, okay? Now, 7 plus 7 is 14, okay, 14, 4 and 1. It remains in the same spot, okay, on the outside. You can also use combinations, but we're not. What we're going to do is 14 plus 49. Sorry, I gave you the wrong answer before. It was 14 plus 49 is what equals to 63. That's where the number comes in. This number over here is 5 and 5, 55. I'm just trying to figure out how I created this. I'm just a little out of sync. Hold on a second. Okay, I got here. What is this? 6 times 4 equals 24. 2 and 4 equals to 6. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 and 5 equals to 8. Okay, I think I know what I did. Sorry about that. 7 times, so we have 14 and we have 36 over here. Number 27, how do we get number 27? 6 times 3, 6 plus 3 equals 18 and 9, 27. So here's 7, here's 2. Okay, this one over here is equal to 7. Well, all the numbers in the center are times itself. I think I'm going to have to jump off of that one. I'm having trouble remembering how I created this. Oh, I remember now. Okay, it was way simpler than that. This is the one I'm talking about. This one over here, it's I take 7 and I take 7 and I just connect 7 to itself. And then I take, okay, and then I took 9. Okay, I took 9 and 9. Okay, and I connected it to itself. So 9 and 9 connect through 4. 7 and 7 connect through 7. So 9449 is a connection to where 7 connects to 7. In this equation over here, this is the multiple equation. Okay, and you can see the what the hexagon does compared to what a corner does, what a D, what an angle does. And in this one, I'm going to keep it simple. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 plus 6 is 12, equaling to 48. Here's number 4. Draw it over here. And here's number 8. 48, 84. Inside of here, let me see. 2 times 2, 6 times 2 times 7 times 7. 7 times 7. 7 plus 7 equals 3 and 6. So here's 3. Okay. And here's 6. So you put a dot here. And here's 6 and here's 3. These areas over here is 5 and 2. So it's 5 and 2 would be 25 or 52. How can I create? So let me keep doing some mathematical things. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. 16 and 8 is 24. Here's 4. Here's 2. Here's 4. Here's 2. Here's 4. Okay. Here's 4 over here and 2 over here. So we put a dot here. So we got 4 and 2 as a dot. 5 times 5, no. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 and 25 is 35. So I go from here, I go down to 5, and I put a dot over here. And then I go ahead and I put a dot over here. We mirror it. I started with 0. I started with Mars. The pole is Mars, and everything goes around Mars. I did it up to 9. I probably could have made it larger, but 12 by 12 is 144. 12 plus 12. 12. Let me do this. 12 times 12 equals 144. 12 plus 12 equals 24. And that equals to a total of 168 for pH. Everything around 1. That equation brings everything around 1, night and day. I have to show you this. So anyways, I'm not going to complete that. I just want to show you that 12 times 12 is 144. 12 plus 12 is 24. 168 are the hours in the week. The letters are pH. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16, equals to 8. I can recreate the situation like this. Where can I get 168 on the board? I would have to connect 6 with 8. And connecting 6 with 8, it would be 4 2s or 2 4s or 2 4 2s. There's always a situation that's going on. Wow, I can't believe I lost the connection, but I was running on the other one. So I'm going to stop this one and leave it go with the other one. I'm not sure how long I lost the creation for. So we're going to end this one. Just give me a second. Okay, so where was I? Yes, with this one over here. So in my design, where would this come in at 1, 6, and 8? Can I go ahead and 1 and 6 equals to 7 and create a situation where it's 7 and 8? 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. This is the Neptune pitchfork. I just want to say another thing, that the Y gets that. I'm going to say if this was the center, it would get that. And then if that was the center, it would get that. But the eye is stretched out all the way to the corner. And this is your eye. And what is it? It's -1 plus 1. The thing is, the passage is over here. The -1 plus 1 is right over here, your meeting point. From here down to here, from here down to here. So this angle equals to 1. So what does this actually mean? Is it a dot and a dash? I don't know. Can't go anywhere on a dash, right? You haven't gone anywhere. You're still in the same area. So this is the pitchfork. What else can I do to the pitchfork? I'm not sure. And again, there's other things that are starting to bring a little clarity. And one of those is and we can also cut this off and say it's dripping. And we can call it X and X. We can have another question. The question is, so then we can have maybe the house, the teepee, home plate. Okay, I got some music in the background. I'm going to have to shut off. So, yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out how to create Neptune. And this is the half house, right? This is... looks more like a rocket ship. So this would be Neptune's pitchfork. See, I see angle here. You know, I see a little bit of an angle here. I don't know if you can see the angle that I see. This is a corner brick. Anyways, there's a lot more to do. I'm still missing a lot, but I'm a little bit tired. And it seems like there's nobody on. Maybe I'm going to go through the comments. Let me look through the comments, okay? 12 plus, Oxy, 25, 39, 49, 59. Let me write this down. Oxy, 15 plus 24 plus 25 equals 39, 49, 59, 64. Okay, but in some of the stuff I do, what am I going to say? Just give me a second. All the equations, you have to create all the equations, because sometimes not all three can happen in the same world, and you're going to just go, that's impossible. You're right. So we have oxy, and then we have tox, detox, right? Detox, I like that. So oxy is, for you, it's 6. So I'd have to figure out, yes, you're right, it's 6 because it comes out to 10. And tox, TOX, 24 plus 15 is 39, plus equals 59. So one is more than the other by 5, and that'll equal to 14. And that'll equal to 5 times 6 equals to 3. So I'm not really sure which way you're doing this. X, 24 equals to 6. O equals to 6. And T equals to 2. 6 and 6 is 12. 13, 4. So I'm a little mixed up on how you get there. You got to help me out. I know you continued the carpenter's ladder, and if I look at it on the wall, T is 22, and O is 21, is 63, and X is 30. That would be 93. Anyways, oxygen. Hydro, I like hydro. The Y and the O together. Yo, 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 yo. Yox, IC, I like IC. Creates an L, so help me out. Water, 10 electrons, 10 protons, 8 neutrons. The month of October. Black. All black. Oxygen, hydrogen. But there's 2 10s, so the other one's going to turn red. Because there's 2 10s. There's always a red and a black, unless you can skip one. Can you skip one with the 8? 8 is in 9, but 9 is not. 9 is in 8, but 8 is not 9. 1 is in 8, being 9, but 8 is not 9, but 1 is 8. Just look at the dice cube. 1 dot, 5 position, area 51. Oxygen, hydrogen, HOI, yo, is an XH yo-yo. Okay, I don't really get it. I'd have to do the math, but I like it. I like the way it comes together. Your bow tie with a little pianist or a pianist monogram. Mono, 1 gram equaling to 28, equaling to the gate of Ram of Mars. Could be the gate of Mars, but not with the spirit because there's no S. Monogram, light, dark, the reverse. Sinat to sin, Cincinnati. Every time I think of Cincinnati, I think of cigars. And then I see A-N-T, I-T, I-T, A-T, divided by an N, divided by a sun. It's divided by the sun. The Monopoly board slit for folding, laugh out loud. Property cut in half, railroad. Right. Division, the center of the board is those 4 squares. Well, the division of the board is a 9 position. It's the center. The 1 dot that separates everything is equal to 50. There are a total of 24 plus 1 dot, probably to move the clock and divide everything. The area around the center to the board is valued at 25, which is Earth. The reason for that is because of the dartboard. And the dartboard is 210. It includes the moon. So 210. It includes the moon. The pool game is 120. Reason: 15 balls. 15 balls. Add 1 to 15. It equals to 120. Plus 1 and 15 is 16. 1 to 16 is 136. So it's the Ra Angels. We take up that probably that 18 position. Ra. 44 spaces at the corners are double wide trailers. The Monopoly board is, so that means you're only going to count 1 corner. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to tell you why. to go around the Monopoly board on the outside, on the furthest square away, on the 13th square, right? It takes 48 to go around. If you minus one corner, because you can't be on both corners, AI at the same time, therefore you're at 44. 84 is talking about Pluto. 84 is to buy and to sell. 84 is where in Pluto it created day and night. Must be a cut corner from northeast to southwest, makes 4 island spaces. Transparent, not transparent. So that means trans and parent. But the word ANS like an answer. So I went over most of the stuff. I'm really sorry. I'm going to try and splice this video together, see what I can do. Raphael 70, 286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Can I edit something?